What's up, guys? Focus, okay. I'm gonna be going home right now and just prepping a little bit and showing you a little bit of what I'm gonna be bringing to this wedding shoot tomorrow. Some of my lenses, some extra gear that I use, and just my general background work that you typically wouldn't think about or know has to go on. So I'm gonna just finish driving home. I'm gonna focus on that. Let me get there safe, and then as soon as I get there, I can start showing you what I do. Hey, what's up, guys? I know I said I was going home, and I did go home, and I made it there safe, but I wanted to go for a quick walk. It's already dark out, but this is a quick little walk right around my house, the neighborhood around here. First of all, I just want to mention that I'm using my cell phone with a washcloth as a light right now. The washcloth helps make it all look a little bit softer. But I just wanted to say real quick that, you know, tomorrow's gonna be a long day. I'm leaving my house probably like 11 a.m. to go meet my buddy and really the main photographer, Steve Dampman. I'll tag him right here. I'll tag his Instagram. Anybody who needs weddings or real estate shots or any kind of portraits, he's awesome. So he's gonna be the main photographer tomorrow. So now I can go back and I'll show you all the cool stuff I'm gonna bring tomorrow to the wedding. Right now, I'm kind of refreshing myself. I'm gonna have enough time tonight to prepare for the wedding tomorrow. So I'm gonna go for a walk for a little bit longer, and then I'll see you back in my house. Alright, what's up, guys? So now I want to show you some of the stuff I'm going to bring to the wedding tomorrow. This might be kind of boring for anybody who's not into camera gear, but this is the stuff that I would use to shoot a wedding. And I always kind of go back and forth on any photo shoot that I'm doing with what kind of gear I'll use. Sometimes I'll use certain lenses, sometimes I'll use others. So I just want to go through some of the different things that I have, and I think these are going to work really well for this wedding. This wedding's going to be in Delaware, and we're starting, just remember it's October right now, and we're gonna be starting around 4:30 p.m. and the wedding is gonna be on a beach. So there's gonna be a lot of great sunset lighting going on right as the whole ceremony is happening, and then throughout the reception. So I'm gonna be bringing 2 cameras, probably 3, you know, a third one is a backup, but 2 cameras to cover a whole wide spectrum of different scenes that can happen. So the first one I have is my Canon 6D. There you go, how nice that looks. This is really nice because it's full frame, which means I get a lot more image quality. But other than that, as opposed to the Canon 70D that I have, the 60 really has no advantages. Well, I mean, maybe some low light performance, I guess. But other than that, the Canon 70D can shoot a lot faster. So just to show you, here's the 6D, and here's the 70D. So as you can just kind of hear it, that it can just shoot a little bit faster, which means you have better opportunity for capturing important moments. Another awesome thing about the 70D is the flip out touchscreen. Makes it super easy to use and get some really crazy angles, get like really low. You'd be looking down at it like this, or really high up. You could hold the screen up and you could just keep changing the focus on the screen, changing your settings on the screen. Opposed to the 6D, which is really hard to do any of that stuff because you're just stuck to what you got right here. Both are really good, just kind of good for different purposes. For my Canon gear, the lenses that I'll be bringing, first of all, it is a 70 to 200 zoom lens. This one's great because you have the 2.8 aperture, which means it's really good for low lighting and getting those really creamy backgrounds. And this one also does have image stabilization, which is really nice. It's a Tamron, so it's actually vibration compensation, I think it's called. So whatever, same thing. I really expect to get some really good shots out of this because I was testing it yesterday and it just works so perfectly. The other Canon lens that I'll most likely bring is my 24-70. This is the f4 version, so you don't get as much low light ability, but it is still incredibly good, incredibly sharp, focuses really fast, and having that 24-70 range is really useful because you can get a really wide shot or you can close in really tight. So I might use my 60 and my 70D and just have one lens on each camera to cover all the range. Something else that I have, which I love, is the Sony a7 II. This is really great because as a mirrorless camera, it's still full frame, which is awesome because you get great quality. But on top of that, it's really good because you get the electronic viewfinder, which is basically like just using live view, but all the time. You get to see exactly what your picture is going to look like right on the back of the screen. Or if you look through the viewfinder, you can actually see the picture exactly how you'll get it. So if I start adjusting the shutter speed, it's actually going to get darker in the viewfinder. You can actually see what you're going to get, the colors and everything. If you're doing black and white, you'll be able to see the black and white right through here. So that's something I really love about these mirrorless cameras. With the Sony cameras, I have it's really a 16mm 1.4 lens, but it's for crop sensor cameras like an A6000. So on the a7 II, it turns out to be like a 24mm. That's still amazing. 24mm 1.4 aperture means you can get really wide but still creamy shots, and you're going to be able to use this even when it gets pretty dark out. The other lens I would bring with the Sony is the easy, simple and kind of cheaper 50mm 1.8. This is obviously pretty popular across any brand that you would use. These are typically inexpensive but still have great performance, and with the 1.8 aperture, get really good shots even when it's dark out. Along with the cameras and lenses, I'm bringing obviously my bag. I have memory cards. I'm gonna probably bring my laptop with hard drive so that on our drive back, we got about like a 2.5 hour drive each way. Steve's gonna be driving, Steve Dampman, again I'm gonna tag him right here. He's gonna be driving, so on our drive back, I'm gonna have plenty of time, and I'm probably gonna back up all my photos just to be safe, just so that I have it. And maybe I can even start editing them on the drive back. Like, why not? Like, let's never get any rest. So right now, I'm also charging my batteries for my flash, charging my batteries for my camera, charging my laptop, clearing off space on my hard drive. So these are all things that you kind of have to think of if you're going to shoot a big event like a wedding or a party. You have to know what gear you're going to be bringing. You have to know that it's going to be able to cover any situation that could come up. If you're using something like a flash, you got to know that you have batteries and extra batteries, and if you have rechargeable batteries, you got to make sure they're charged. You got to think of the kind of conditions you're going to be in, whether it's going to be dark or light. For most of the event, you got to know if it's going to be indoors or outdoors, so whether you'll need a flash or not, or how useful that's going to be to you. Something else I should mention, I'm also going to be bringing the camera I'm recording this on, the Canon G7X Mark II. It's a point and shoot, but it is incredibly good, has great quality, and being point and shoot, it's very small and light, but I can get some really good videos or time lapses, so I love this point and shoot. It's really versatile and really easy to carry around. So again, thank you guys. Tomorrow's going to be a great wedding, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. All right, have a good night.